Hey everyone, I'm here with the Warrior, Elvina White. You are back. You made your pro debut here at Hollywood Fight Nights, and you're back again. You're undefeated, and I know you're hungry because I know you want another victory. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. How could you know that?
Oh, no, I just a guess. How ready are you? How ready are you to get back out there and show them who you are? You are the future of female boxing.
Oh. Ooh. Thank you so
It's
much.
true.
I appreciate it. I'm very ready. I can't wait to be in there, and I'll be ready right now. I'm ready.
Okay, and then, one thing also, you were also a sparring partner for the undisputed female champ, pound for pound, Cecilia Brækhus. How was that being a part of her team and knowing, look at, she's the only undefeated female, I mean, aside from Alexander Usyk, but how does that feel to be part of her team and Lucia Riker as part of your team to help you grow as a fighter?
Unbelievable. I still can't believe it sometimes when I think about it. I'm like, is this really, am I living this or is this a dream? So I'm very humbled by it, and I just soak everything in I can. I learn as much as I can, and I just want to be the best I can be.
Well, good luck to you. All right, guys, back to you.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our next bout tonight, female action, 4 rounds in the lightweight division. And making her way to the ring first from Cedar Hill, Texas, JASMINE CLARKSON.
And we have some female fighting now on the docket. Super lightweights, 4 rounds, and coming into the ring is JASMINE CLARKSON, who last fought February 2nd, losing a 4-round decision to Ebony Jones on a bit of a skid. Comes into this matchup on a 4-fight losing streak. She made her professional debut in 2014.
And next to make her ring entrance, fighting out of the red corner from L.A., California, Elvina White.
And here is Elvina White. Doug, we saw her June 6th right here at this very same venue, scoring a 4-round decision over Annette Pabello.
Yeah, it was. She showed some good form against a game opponent, a younger woman who looked naturally smaller, wasn't as experienced as her opponent tonight. Her opponent tonight appears to be more of Elvina White's size and more of an athlete. So
yeah,
I expect a tougher fight.
And there you see right next to her is the trainer, the esteemed Buddy McGirt, who was a hell of a 147-pound champion back in the day. Let's send it up to Joe Martinez.
And here we go, fight fans, once again, 4 2-minute rounds. This in the female lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks. She weighed in officially 135 1/4 pounds. She enters the ring tonight for the 16th time as a professional, hailing from Cedar Hill, Texas. Here is JASMINE CLARKSON. And across the ring, her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red, weighed in 137 1/4 pounds. In 2 professional bouts, she stands perfect with 2 victories and no defeats. She fights out of Los Angeles, California. Here is the undefeated warrior, Elvina White. And your referee in charge of the action is Zach Young.
Let's get a look at this tail of the tape. Clarkson is 1 year younger at 23. She's 3 inches shorter, so White has the height advantage and a slight reach advantage.
And we begin round number 1. And right off the bat, the one thing you notice about Clarkson, she is a southpaw.
Showing some decent hand quickness, too. Now, if you recall, the last time we called Elvina White's fight in the second edition of Hollywood Fight Nights, her opponent was a little bit intimidated in the opening round. And it took her until the end of the second round and the third round to really kind of relax and get her offense going. Tonight, against Clarkson, she's in with an opponent that is not intimidated at all because of that experience she brings to this fight. She brings into the ring. She's starting pretty quick. And I would say so far it's been Clarkson who has landed the telling blows.
You know, Doug, for someone who's 4-11, she looks pretty competent from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, she's got good balance. She's got good hand and foot placement. Somebody named Roberto Montano tweeted at me. He said, Clarkson fights like her big bro. Feisty and don't back down.
Yeah, and I believe that is Samuel Clarkson, who's a noted spoiler at 168.
That's right.
In fact, he was the guy that Dimitri Bivol made his Showbox debut against
That's right.
last year.
Good memory, man.
And Clarkson actually was coming off a string of some pretty notable, eye-opening upsets coming into that bout.
So she's from a fighting family and a brave family of fighters.
And Doug, I think she may be winning round number 1 here.
I scored it for Clarkson.
And once again, we are at the historic Avalon in Hollywood, California. Steve Kim, Doug Fisher, and Cynthia Conte on the call here. The third edition of Hollywood Fight Night brought to you by Tom Loeffler's 360 Productions. And earlier, Doug, was the official press conference for Superfly 3, which takes place September 8th at the Forum.
Yeah, that's a show that I'm looking forward to. I think the fight of the night is going to be the comeback of former Japanese phenom Kazuto Ioka against McWilliams Arroyo, yes.
Who actually scored a bit of an upset against Carlos Cuadras on Superfly 2.
Ioka has been retired, I think, for about a year. He's making his comeback against a top 5 or 6 junior bantamweight contender. That is impressive.
Keep this in mind, in female fighting, we go 2 rounds.
2 minutes per round.
Yeah, well, excuse me, 2-minute rounds. There's always a debate whether the women should be going 3. Honestly, I don't actually mind the quick tempo of the 2-minute rounds.
I don't either. And I would say that the 2-minute round pace, I think it suits Clarkson because she's busy. I scored the opening round for Clarkson. I thought that she took the game away from White.
Well, if the judges agree with you, I think Elvina really has to have some sort of sense of urgency at this point. She does not have a lot of rounds to work with. We're only scheduled for 4 rounds here. Doug, one thing I wonder about female boxing, when you're preparing for a southpaw, there's some pretty good action here.
Yeah. White's landed a couple hooks, and that's a nice straight right from White.
I just wonder that the talent pool isn't that great. There's still not a lot of female fighters. I'm just wondering how many southpaws can you actually find? It's hard enough in men's boxing to find good left-handers in the gym.
Yeah, I would imagine if you're a female fighter, sometimes you have to spar with a smaller or younger male boxer who's a southpaw to get ready for a left-handed opponent.
So a better round number 2 for Elvina White, trying to figure out and decipher the southpaw style of Jasmine Clarkson. We are halfway through this 4-round matchup. Robert Montano on Twitter tells us that Samuel Clarkson is fighting August 30th in the Bahamas at 175. Could be an Ali Ekmedov opponent down the line.
Yep.
We'll keep that in
That
mind.
would be a good test.
Yeah.
Ali's got to get past the main event tonight, though.
We will send that message to Tom Loeffler.
Yeah, that same Montano was asking me if, like, in 12 to 18 months, if Akhmedov could be ready for a big fight. I told him, ask me after tonight's fight. I got to see the guy.
All right, looks like Cynthia Conte is on the scene again with another interview. Miss Conte, take it away.
Lady Lang, yeah, right? She is one of the pioneers of women boxing. She is a 10-time world champion in 3 different weight divisions. Did I get this all correct?
Everything right.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
How big of a treat is this to see women's fighting right now behind you here after, what, 12 years you've been boxing?
I'm very excited to be here, and I'm here to promote the women boxing because I know as a pioneer how difficult it was in Europe and also here in US. And finally, with the fight with Cecilia Breakfast here, first time I saw the fight in HBO, so it was a pleasure to be there.
Oh. Okay, so now you see Elvina and Jasmine. We were kind of discussing. What did you see based on the round that we saw earlier?
I see that Elvina dominates for now, and of course for the people, for the women that they start right now the sport career in professional sports, I like the fight. I mean, they're both tough ladies. They have big hearts. They have good jobs. And I like to be here to support them.
Good. Well, I don't want to keep you from the fights too much, but you guys Google her. I just learned about her. I didn't know she was a 10-time world champion. Wow.
I wish many people to come, and I'm definitely going to bring more people here. And I think that the future of women boxing will be better in U.S. now.
Well, thank you so much. All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Cynthia. This
Great.
has been another tight round here between Clarkson and Elvina White.
Yeah, they've gone tit for tat in this round. This is a tough round to score.
And one thing I've noticed, though, if you take a look at the battle of the foot placement, I remember Gil Clancy used to make a point of it. Against the southpaw, as an orthodox fighter, you want that lead foot on the outside. For the most part, Elvina White has not been winning that battle of alignment.
I agree.
Good right hook by Clarkson punctuates round number 3. Certainly been a close one as we head into the 4th and final round. And you see the hashtag. If you have a question or comment for Doug Fisher and I, put hashtag Hollywood Fight Nights, and we'll do our best to accommodate your request as we head into the last 2 minutes. And Doug, I think both women here have to fight with a real sense of urgency. I get the sense it's 2-1 either way.
Yes. I agree, and I gave the edge to Clarkson in that round 3, but I could see it going to White. I scored round 1 for Clarkson, round 2 for White. I think they both need to be very aggressive. I think White needs to understand that she lost the first round, that round 3 could have gone either way, and I think Clarkson needs to understand that she's not in Texas. She's in Los Angeles, and White sells tickets out here.
Right, and there's also the perception, we have to be honest, everyone is human. When you have a record of 4-11, there's that natural inclination to give every single close round to the person that's actually not 4-11. And Elvina White, again, as you mentioned, if there is a house fighter here tonight, it would be her.
Absolutely. And I would say, White is the bigger of the two. I think she has the bigger bone structure. I don't know if she's physically stronger, but I think it would behoove her, particularly in the last minute of the final round, to impose herself physically on Clarkson.
But it does seem like she has been, I don't want to say befuddled, but she's been troubled by that southpaw stance of Clarkson.
Yeah, she landed a nice right hand a moment ago. She needs more of that.
Yeah, until you actually find a southpaw or actually face a couple of them, it's very hard to get acclimated to that whole style. Everything's so backwards.
Oh, there's a right hand again. I think White's having a decent round, to be quite honest. She just needs to close hard. You know, I had a trainer years ago, Steve, Kevin Morgan. You remember him?
Crazy Kevin.
He said if you fight a southpaw, just get right up in his face. When you're that close, it doesn't matter what stance he's standing at.
Coming down to the last 10 seconds, it's been a close, tight battle between Elvina White and
Oh, there's the right
Clarkson.
again. I think White needs to be on top of Clarkson. I really do.
And that's it. It'll be interesting to see how the judges scored it. Clarkson, despite her record of 4-11, that didn't really indicate what type of performance she gave tonight.
She was capable and she was game.
Yeah.
And you could see her experience. And I thought White fought very well. I have it a draw, Steve. I have it 2 rounds apiece. I thought White did enough to win the 4th round.
And there is Elvina White, who was certainly given all she could handle tonight by Jasmine Clarkson, who was imported from Texas. She was southpaw and she was small, but she was also very pesky and very, very clever in there. And now we will wait for what the scorecards read. What should be an interesting decision here. We just went 4 rounds in the super lightweight division. Still to come is our main event, light heavyweight hopeful Ali Akhmadev making his 360 Promotions debut, and also the return of welterweight hopeful Brian Savallo out of Brooklyn, New York. Okay, looks like Joe Martinez has the cards. Let's send it up top.
Well, fight fans, after 4 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have it 39-37. Your winner by unanimous decision. She is still undefeated, Elvina Warrior